Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
I'm Father Robert Ballecer, the digital Jesuit, and I'm taking a look at some geeky camping gear from Power Practical. Meet the PowerPod 5, and you'll never guess what this nuclear bomb-looking device does. Actually, you probably will, because it does what it's named after. It's a pot for cooking that provides power. But how it provides that power is what's so geek-tastic. The PowerPot looks like a standard well-made 1.4-liter camping pot. It uses a two-piece design with the lid doubling as a bowl to scoop in whatever you might be cooking. Heat-resistant wire handles fold flat against both the pot and the bowl, flipping out to give you hot carry capabilities. In use, the PowerPot is actually a damn good camping pot. The small size and 18-ounce weight is perfect for a pack, and it's durable. Very durable. In fact, with somewhat careful usage and storage for 3 months, I barely put any scratches into the hard anodized aluminum surface. What makes the PowerPot not just another well-made camping utensil is the thermoelectric generator and heat spreader built into the base of the pot. A thermoelectric generator, or TEG, is a device that converts heat energy into electrical energy. Not too long ago, I reviewed another thermoelectric generator, the BioLite camp stove, and it was brilliant because it allowed campers and outdoors folks to efficiently burn just about any slightly flammable material while converting some of that heat into electrical energy that both charged an internal battery and powered whatever USB device you might connect to the stove. The PowerPot works much the same way as the BioLite stove, converting heat into electricity. But while the BioLite stove had a blower, a combustion chamber, batteries, and support members, the PowerPot is a solid-state device with no moving parts. All TEGs work the same in that there's a hot side and a cold side. When heat moves from the hot side to the cold side, you generate electricity. Now, the trick is to keep the cold side cold. You need some sort of process to maintain that cold state, which means you need to draw the thermal energy away. If you don't, the two surfaces become the same temperature, and then actually, it just stops generating electricity. But if you let that heat continue, eventually, you'll destroy the generator. The BioLite stove uses its electric fan to make sure that the cold side stays the requisite number of degrees below the hot side. But without any moving parts, the trick to the PowerPot is that it uses whatever you're cooking as coolant. Okay, that's enough of the theory. I'm sure there are people out there asking, that sounds all good, but how well does it charge? Well, the answer in 6 words is, it depends on what you eat. At full tilt, the PowerPot can supply between 0.5 and 1 amp of 5-volt USB power, enough to charge my Galaxy S4 with about 4 hours of decent fire. However, since your food is the coolant, and since the amount of power that the PowerPot puts out depends on how much thermal energy transfers from the hot side to the cold side, the amount of power that the PowerPot can provide depends on what it's heating. The PowerPot is designed for straight water. Boiling water is perfect for generating power because the steam carries away much of the heat, always keeping the cool side cool, letting you charge faster and longer. In fact, you must boil water to make the PowerPot charge properly. When I tried cooking kare-kare, one of my favorite Filipino dishes, I realized that I was about to destroy my PowerPot because the high heat retention of the dish eventually made the temperature differential between the hot and cool side too small to generate power. Also, but seriously, without water, you'll destroy your PowerPot. The PowerPot 5 is available now. You can find it online for about $150. Let's start with the pros. And the first pro has to be the durability. This black anodized surface is really good at warding off bumps and scratches. In fact, this is perfect for a pack, for something that needs to be ready to go, something that needs to be ready to be used in the outdoors. In the months of usage, I see a little bit of wear, but most of the major dents have been avoided because of the construction of the device. The other thing, and let's be honest about this, is that it's just cool. It's cool to be able to generate power out of fire. I mean, we all like to have a device that in case of emergency or just in case of camping, we can charge the devices that we want to keep charged with just a little bit of elemental fire. On the con side, I'd have to say the first thing is price. $150 actually is a lot, even for a well-made camping pot. The other thing is that, well, In order for this to work properly, you have to be boiling water. Now, I have used it as a double boiler so that I can boil something else, or I've gotten into the habit of boiling water and then pouring the water into the bowl. But the other thing is that you need to keep some water at the bottom, otherwise you will destroy the thermoelectric generator. It's just a bit fragile at times, and I worry about that. Still, considering all those pros and all those cons, if I had to give the Power Pot from Power Practical a buy, try, or don't buy, the geek inside of me says it's an absolute buy. I'm Father Robert Ballecer with Before You Buy.